Okay guys, so in this video, I want to be giving you guys a full breakdown of a Gbpjpy short that I took on the 3rd of April 2025 for a total pip count of 250 pips. So let's hop straight into this. Let's get into the full breakdown of exactly what I was seeing, and everything like that. As you can see, obviously we've kind of like surpassed everything that I was looking to catch on this trade now. Full target hit, 250 pips. So let's hop straight into it. Let's hop onto the 4 hour first and foremost. So obviously I was looking for shorts on this pair. So sells, for you guys that are maybe new and everything like that. So as you can see, first thing that I was looking at here is I have a few, obviously, trend lines going on here. So sorry if this is a little bit messy. Obviously, we're on the higher time frames. I take my entries on the lower time frames, as you can see. So just to give you guys a picture, on the 4 hour, so as you guys can see here, we have created a sort of upwards channel here. We reject this level here, which is where my influence of a final take profit came from. Just obviously because of all the rejection points here. Look at it here, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We rejected this area like 8 or 9 times throughout. So I thought this, at this end of this level here, this is going to be a good take profit level. Now, as you guys can see up here, we have kind of just been playing around this area, really struggling around this level for buyer's momentum. Always exhausted, as you can see here. We got to this trend line level, rejected heavily, came back down. It's given it, it won't let me delete this. And then it's given it another shot, again, rejected off this level, created some lower highs, came up to this level up here and rejected, came back down. And then finally, why won't it let me delete this? Let's get on my nerve. Right, so yeah, so we've come down to this level, and again we've retested this area again to finally get the move that we was looking for. So that was first thing on my mind. We are definitely seeing some buyer's exhaustion over here, and if you look on the daily, we were kind of just sitting on this trend line and this big zone here. So the dark blue trend lines, guys, is a higher time frame trend line. This is like a daily. So it likes to react off this off the daily, as you can see. So sorry if it's a little bit messy on this lower. It just obviously helps me with the higher time frames and everything like that. Obviously drew this trend line on the way through. This is an hour trend line, which again rejected lovely, as you can see. 1 touch, 2 touch, and then obviously when we've broken this level, we've actually rejected this level to start the bearish momentum that we was looking for. Now, obviously hopping down to the lower time frames, and another influence as well. On the 4 hour, as you guys can see, if you obviously have a trained eye, we actually started to create a head and shoulders pattern on this pair, as you can see. Now, head and shoulders patterns, this is a regular head and shoulders pattern. So this is what's considered a bearish structure, as you can see. So that was another kind of like little confirmation for myself. It's not the cleanest head and shoulders in the world by any means. But one is definitely looking like it's going to be formed. Now, hopping down to the 1 hour, I was looking at this because, as you can see, we hit this level up here. Buyer's exhaustion, as we just discussed. We've come back down. We've broken back into this trend line that obviously we'd love to respect on the hour, as you can see. Look how many touches just in this short time period that it couldn't break through, right? So it's come down. It's hit this level here, again, a really big level, as you can see, at the 192 and 364 areas. So what I was looking for is, I usually start marking up my charts around, 7:15, 7:30 in the morning. That's usually when London kicks off at about 7. I like the kind of, obviously the momentum to hit the market, and then I start analyzing. I don't want to get hit with any fake outs, any of that sort of stuff. So obviously this move was at about 6 o'clock, and as you can see at 7 a.m. we got a lovely rejection of this level to then retest this area and then make the move to the downside. So as you guys can see by the arrow, I was looking at getting the retest of this level. Once we got the rejection, get an entry, and then take this to the downside. And as you can see, it was about a 46 pip stop loss. Reason for my stop loss is obviously break of this 1 hour trend line, and obviously break of this level here, very, very strong level, because obviously from this point, it could, you know, go up to here, even break, go further. But obviously I don't want to be obviously risking 122 pips for a potential rejection at this point, for it then to come down to this trend line and maybe even reject again and go back up and not actually get that. So this seemed like obviously the best stop loss level. But obviously the setup, that's what's going on. So as you guys can see, let me press replay on this chart so you can see exactly what I was doing, exactly what I was looking for on this pair. So this is what I was looking at. So as I've said in other videos, it's a lot better if you guys see exactly from my perspective of exactly how I was seeing these trades. It's all well and good obviously seeing the trade that's already played out, but you learn a lot more if you see the trade in motion actually playing out in real time. And with the replay tool, obviously it gives you the chance to be able to see that. So, and see what I was seeing in that moment to even obviously, you know, take this trade. So as you can see, this was 7 a.m. on Thursday. I've gotten up, I'm getting ready to get on the charts about 7:15, 7:30, right? So let's hop to the 1 times and let's watch this play out. So as you can see, and I'm going to talk you through this, guys. As you can see, we've got the rejection off this level. We've got the rejection of this level. We've got the retrace. And at about 9 o'clock, we got the rejection of this area, which is what I was looking for. But to be extra careful, I was looking for the break and close back below this level. So I actually went on the 15-minute and tell a lie. I entered on the next hour here at the 10 o'clock candle. Let's have a look on the 30-minute. Yeah, so as you can see, at about 10 o'clock, I entered this trade because we've got the break. Reason for it is because on the lower time frames, we actually broke it back above this level. Yes, we were still inside the trend line, but I wanted to be sure as an extra confirmation. Oh, okay, we've rejected the trend line, we've rejected the zone, and on the lower time frames, we've broken back below the zone. So obviously, I don't get faked out on this trade. Okay, so I entered right here at the 10 o'clock close, a little bit lower than I would have liked, but I saw the potential in this trade. So it ended up being about a 50 pip stop loss in the end at this area. So this is where I entered. This is the entry point right here, as you can see. And then let's see this obviously play out. As you can see, nice momentum. And as you can see right here, this is where my TP1 was. So TP1 was about a 90 pip move, as you can see there. From this point, we were gone break even on this trade. I had taken half my trade off the table and paid myself a bit. And then that trade was then running completely risk-free from this point. We literally, within 2 hours, had almost made 100 pips. Reason why this was a TP1 level is because, as I've spoken about before, this is a huge support level, as you can see. Always get rejections of this level, and we actually did get rejection of this level on the lower time frame, as you can see. Big rejection. We had already went break even from this point, so whatever happens from there, we can just let it run because we are running risk-free, guys. There's nothing, no better feeling than having a trade that's running completely risk-free. So, TP1, money off the table, money in the bank, happy days, right? And obviously it only gets better from here. So this trade kept playing in our favor. That's it. That is TP2 hit at this level here of 170 pips at this level here, TP2. Again, took another partial off the table, paid myself a little bit more back. And obviously, again, we're running completely risk-free. We can let the rest of this trade run because we've taken the majority off the table, got on a TP2 of what we wanted. And then obviously this trade actually played out to the final target here. After a little bit of play, bang, right there. That was the final move there at a 250 pip move. Wicked it right here on Thursday about 11 o'clock. We got the final target hit of 246 pips, if you want to be exact. So an absolutely sensational move on that trade. And we even continue further, as you guys can see, obviously throughout the night. Big rejection off this trend line again. So, and technical analysis, 100% on point. And then we just got the break of the trend line and just continued bears, obviously, as we go. So absolutely picture perfect move. Can't really ask for a better bearish move than that, obviously, on that. So obviously we had our confirmations. What were the confirmations? We had, obviously, looking on the high time frames, one, we had buyer's exhaustion. We were really, really struggling to break higher. We had the head and shoulders pattern form, indicating bearish moves. We broke back below this big hour level as another confirmation that we could be going further to the downside. We got the retest. We got the retest of the trend line. We got the break and re-break of this zone that I was looking to sell from on the lower time frames. And obviously we had the pattern, the channel here, as you can see, that obviously when we come up to this level, we start coming back down, just obviously following this pattern. Obviously, as you can see here, when we get to this level, what do? We come down. Once we get up here, yes, even though we broke it, we start to come back down, right? So this is exactly what I was looking at. Obviously in this level, trapped price absolutely perfectly and gained a 250 pip move, obviously from that, as you guys can see. And for you guys that are in my community, you know you followed along with this trade and you know you banked with me, obviously on this trade. So congratulations for any of you guys watching this that are in my community as well. And obviously banked on this move. So obviously the more confirmations that you have, guys, the obviously more confident that you can be that the trade is going to go, and you've done everything in your power to make sure the trade is going to go the way that you want it to go. And obviously if it doesn't end up going the way you want it to go, at least you can say to yourself, look, I did everything in my power as a checklist to make sure that this trade is a picture A+ trade that obviously I could take. And obviously, as you can see here, guys, I could count on obviously almost 10 confirmations that this trade was obviously going to go the way that we want to go, which is obviously why we're very confident. And while I was very confident in this position, as you can see, played out to an absolute T. So obviously, if you guys want to check out some more obviously educational stuff and trade breakdowns and everything like that, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. Feel free to ask me any questions on IG. I'll be sure to get back to as many of you guys as possible. And I will see you guys in the next one. Happy trading, safe trading. Let's get it.